And 3, 2, 1. Scene 1, take 2.
What's up? It's your boy Pete here alongside
Alec.
And this is the Discovery Show. Today we are here inside the Strange Oasis studio with CEO and founder of Intellectual Ratchet, Mr. Jamel.
Hey, my name J-Mo.
J-Mo. What up?
I'm good, man. Hey, thank you for having me in the studio. It feels good to be here.
Absolutely.
I'm glad y'all got this light. So much chocolate. It's important. It was dark when I got in here. I was worried.
We've got it all figured out at this point. Well, not at all figured out, but...
Well, quite frankly, we had the video figured out. Now we have the audio figured out.
Hey, you got to piece it together.
Yeah.
That's how you build. One brick at a time.
One brick at a time. Until we got a castle. And then we just gonna build another castle.
Because we the best.
So let's get started on the beginning of your story. So you're originally from Detroit.
Second straight guest that's from Detroit.
We had Duke Virginia on last week.
We make the best in the D.
And then you come here, and then we get you. So it's kind of...
yeah, I mean, I know it's an even exchange, I guess. Because I've been here 12 years, man.
Okay.
So
what's kept you here?
You know, I went to school, started a career, quit a career, started a company. I don't know, I just feel rooted here, you know. Coming from part of my background, I don't have network, right? So when you build network, that's what's the most important thing to anything. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
that's where my network is. I build my network, it's strong. I mean, it expands, but the strength of it is right here. So why would I run away from something that's working?
Yeah, that makes sense. So you started a career, quit a career, and then started a company, which is
Intellectual Ratchet.
Yeah, so do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, man. I started my company based off a need that I just saw in the city. When I graduated, most of black folks I know, they just dipped. And then I started a career, and it's the same thing. So the city, the way Madison is like, it's like for young professionals of color, it's 2 to 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's how long they gonna stay here. Then they dip off to Atlanta, DC, Houston, anywhere else but here. But
yeah, Madison's not quite those cities.
Yeah, it's not at all, not at all. But it can be because there's so much potential, and that's what I saw. I saw potential. I didn't see, dang, this is missing. Yeah, I saw all these things are missing, but I didn't see that as a reason to run away. I just saw it as a reason to create something. Mm-hmm. So there's so much potential in the city. The city is growing every day, and with a city that's growing as fast as Madison is, get in.
Yeah, exactly. Get it while you can. Get it while the barriers are low. So as you started Intellectual Ratchet, like what did you see specifically that, like, you know, you decided to fill that void?
Just missing entertainment spaces. That city urban vibe. It's really just that simple. So, you know, if you go to LA, it could be Tuesday night, you're gonna find a hip-hop show, a rock show, a jazz show, times 10, times 50.
Yeah.
You don't have that here in Madison. So it just was about creating scenes so people had places to go when they were done doing their day-to-day jobs. Like, that's all.
So what are some of the things that IR has done in the city?
Man, one of the biggest things I'm proudest of, we brought Issa Rae in last year.
That's cool. She's the HBO series, right?
Yep. She has an HBO show called Insecure.
Yep.
She started. She got her fame from a YouTube show though called The Awkward Black Girl. So we brought her in collaboration with the Wisconsin Union at Union South Varsity Hall. It was 850. Mostly black folks in that place. I'm saying it real because in this city, where have you seen 850 black folks?
That's true. That's true. It's as broad as we can be right now.
Like so it was dope. Yeah. I've been here 12 years. I've never seen that, and it was beautiful too because it was mostly black folks, but everybody was kind of in there. It was like nice little mix, and that's what I like about the vibes we bring. We bring them the vibes of true diversity. Like they talk about diversity so much in this city, like so much, but where is it actually at? Where is it actually at? So diversity means you see some black, you see some brown, you see some white, you see some yellow, you're gonna see some shit you don't know what the fuck it is. Like that's diversity.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That was one of my favorite things. I guess the next favorite thing would be we did the 6 DJ battle. that was pretty dope. We had 2 female DJs and 4 dudes. The homie flew in from Houston. He came up to DJ.
Damn.
That was a good time. DJ Mondo won that. Shout out
Yeah,
DJ
shout
Mondo.
out DJ Mondo.
First winner of the first DJ battle we ever threw.
So was Issa just a speaker?
Yeah.
So you've got speakers and you're doing things like DJ battles. So you guys are really kind of doing all different types of things.
Production of events. That's what we do. We produce events and spaces.
So I mean, it's got to be kind of freeing, but your possibilities are kind of endless. So that's kind of got to be stressful almost. Like what the hell are we gonna do next?
No, I don't really. It's not stressful.
Stressful might be the wrong word.
You know, it's not stressful. Challenging, very much so. But we stick in 2 lanes, right? So one lane we take care of nightlife. Because our demographic, I would say, is like 25 to 40. So that's our demographic. Them the folks that don't have places to go. Y'all got plenty of places to go upstate street. We need a downtown type scene, right? So we do the nightlife, and then on the other side, we want to make sure that we're constantly creating spaces where you can transfer knowledge too, because that's important. It's important. The name of the company is Intellectual Ratchet. Like, yeah, we're gonna have a good time, but we also gonna learn something too on the other end.
Yeah.
And that's human beings. Human beings are full of dichotomy. So I think that one of my personal values is you got to embrace everything that's about you. Yes, we may contradict ourselves sometimes, but we do that in growth. That's cool. But bring it all. Like, just be you.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you growing and not harming people, come on now.
So I want to talk about the name Intellectual Ratchet.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I think that's such a cool name for a company. So can you? How did you come up with that?
Man, so I was in this space. Who was I at? I was driving back from Milwaukee, and I was at this event, and it was young professionals mostly. So you know, you got people in there and business casual in the suits and then the cocktail dresses.
Mm-hmm.
They had a 3-piece band. Little hors d'oeuvres going around. It was swag.
It was
swanky. That's what it was.
Yeah, right.
And then like this curtain fell, and then the DJ came out. And then they had this dance crew came out, and I was like, "Wait, what just happened?" So that shit was hella dope. And then it was just like a straight party. Everybody just happened to have on suits and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was driving back to Madison, I was like, "Damn, that's a room full of intellectual ratchets," because everybody had a career and these big dreams, but when it came down to it, it's like that shit don't matter.
Yeah,
we about to
everything
drink, we about to dance.
we about to have a good time.
Fuck.
Absolutely.
And then I started realizing, I started just looking all around me, and I realized, dang, most of the world are intellectual ratchets, especially from our generation. Like, that's what we are. Like, we embrace all of that, and I don't think our parents before us did that shit.
Especially in a college town too.
Yes. Yeah, so
it does help that you've got a bunch of young professionals that are in college trying to learn. That kind of fits exactly what you're going for.
Very much so. Yeah, I just want people to bring their wholeness. Coming from where I come from in Detroit, like, I knew that I could go the wrong way or I could go the right way. But that's still part of my culture, and I got a little bit of both sides. I got a little bit of bad and a little bit of good in me, and we all do.
Yeah.
And I want people to stop acting like they're perfect. Like, just be who you are. That's the purpose of it. Like, our motto is live life IR. That means live life whole. Be who you are. Bring your full self to the table at all times. You ain't gotta forget where you come from or none of that shit. You bring that all with you. Just keep climbing.
Yeah, that's super cool.
That might be it's really got to be like one of the first of its kind around here, because I can't think of like another space where you do start incorporating the intellectual side, the more diverse side of professionals, while, you know, enjoying a party event or something of that space and that nature. That's pretty cool. But how did you like come up with like implementing that in Madison, and where downtown do you kind of shoot for?
Man, so the way I started, I just got a group of my friends together and just started asking, you know, what do y'all want to do in the city? And so from there, we would pick an event, a space we wanted. I just would go and find the owner. Like, I go straight to the source. Like, nothing stops you. So that's really how I started. Nobody ever believed this, but for a long time I was very introverted.
Okay.
Until I had something that I wanted to do.
Mhm.
And like this was, I was like, oh, I really want to do this. So for the first time, I was like, fuck, I gotta go talk to people. I was like, dang.
That's when I would just scrap
You
it.
know, like, well, this was a good
Never
run,
mind.
man. We did so good.
But like then I realized I started having fun with it. Like I also realized that no matter who I was talking to, I could always find something to have in common with them.
Mhm.
And that was really interesting to me because business owners are some of everybody, like old, young, different races, different countries. Like you have to be able to connect with people for them to trust you to do something they ain't never heard of before.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that makes sense.
They like, you know how many people that looked at me like, you want to do what in my space? Who is coming? And once upon a time, like I didn't have photos or videos to show like this is what it's
Right.
gonna look like. It's just like
It's just an idea in your head.
just trust me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna break nothing. I promise. Got some insurance here. Like,
Yeah.
So no, I enjoy it though. And yeah. So actually, I would say that I really got my break though. I met one of my mentors, most unlikely mentor that I ever thought I would have. 67-year-old white lady.
Yeah, that's not what I was.
It was somehow
Not the farthest thing. I was thinking.
somehow we ended up talking, and she was like, "I get what you're trying to do," and she just happened to be the person that knew every fucking body I needed to know. And she was like, "I can't really do much else for you, but put you in this room with all these people and point out all these people."
Mhm.
She said, "If you want this, go do it," and I did.
Do you still keep up with her?
Yeah, I have Sunday dinner with her all the time.
Really? That's awesome. That's
Her and
awesome.
her family.
How did you guys meet?
Actually through my career I had.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's cool. So you're primarily in Madison, correct? Or do you have any plans to go to different cities? Or
Oh man, we got hella plans. Let me perfect the formula for you.
I feel that.
Could you almost see yourself like going on tour in a way? Just an idea.
Just do something in a bunch of different cities every night. Madison, Milwaukee,
Yeah.
Chicago.
Y'all want me to
Just
give
put
it? They
on-
want me to give away the
we
secret.
want all the insight. We got it on camera. We gonna copyright it. We gonna do it all.
Hey, this is what I will say. I won't say too much. This is what I will say though. Intellectual Ratchet. A decade from now, you're hearing this from me right now, J-Mo. Yes, I'm Famo. 10 years from now, it's gonna be international Ratchet.
All right.
That might be the greatest take we've ever had
Yeah,
on this
yeah.
podcast.
I hope that we look back on that in 10 years and we're like,
Oh, you
God damn,
will.
Famo J-Mo knew what he was fucking talking about.
You will. And y'all gonna be somewhere too.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
hopefully.
And you know what? Then we gonna be on the yacht together.
Yeah.
Like, you remember when?
We gonna
We
post
sat
this
here
video.
and said.
We're sitting
gonna
on
pull
that
up the video.
couch.
Hey, we gonna put that video gonna be on every TV on
That's
the yacht.
right.
Yeah, it's not-
J-Mo
Oh, man.
called it. 12 years in advance. It's so real. So how have you kind of seen the Madison scene change itself, just kind of with you infiltrating in this wave?
I've seen it become more accepting to just hip hop culture.
Mhm.
Because I even just look at how frequently folks like Strange Oasis are able to do things. Like it wasn't that easy before just to come in and do stuff. So the fact that the city is embracing the culture is important because the culture is large. We got so many subsets that you have to be able to have. Everybody got to be able to have their space.
Mhm.
So that's what I see, and I appreciate it. We got a lot of younger business owners coming in, and they buying up places, and they like, and they coming in from like New York and LA and stuff, and they like, what's going on in this city? Nothing.
Yeah.
Let's do something.
Yeah.
So they're like, they hungry. They
Mhm.
hustlers. I appreciate that.
When people from the coast do move here with their companies, does that make you lick your chops a little bit? Like I've got some new people to chop it up with.
Yeah, because they seem to understand more.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
understand what I'm trying to do. Like they
Yes.
understand how important entertainment is
Yeah.
to a city.
Mhm.
Like
That does make sense. I mean, I would imagine the average Wisconsin business owner is just very laid back and not trying to really create on the level that you are.
exactly. And Madison, I think what the problem with Madison is it has this town mindset.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And it used to be a town for
Yeah.
sure. but we got over 200,000 people that live here.
Yeah, and
it's not a town anymore.
Yeah.
And right, there's a new high rise or 3, like
or 4. It's like a dozen every year. I swear.
So like the city growth is not slowing down.
Mhm.
You got to be able to function as a city, and if you want to be the actual number one best place in the city, I don't know how we keep getting that title, number one best place in the nation to live, because there's so many missing pieces.
Yeah.
So many missing pieces. We can get there.
I've talked about this with my friends. Is really well, besides the shitty parking in Madison,
man.
it's horrible. Like there's just
went in somewhere said $3 per 30 minutes. I said we're not in New York.
Yeah. But like there's just at least as a college student living in the downtown area, you know, there's not that much to do.
No.
Like other than if you're gonna go to a bar and drink,
Yep.
like there's not a
Trivia.
whole lot to do.
Trivia night.
That's Midwest culture.
Yeah.
Where's
absolutely.
trivia night at though?
The bar.
The bar, right.
With the
Like,
drinks
yeah.
and the half off chicken.
Yeah.
There are more shows now than there used to be, but still there's just not that much to do. So
Mhm.
that's cool that you guys are starting to give people something to do.
I appreciate that, man. That's what it's for.
Mm-hmm.
I do it for the people and the money. But
People first. People first. So now we're gonna hop into another segment that we created, especially for you, just this week. We've been doing a Google search other weeks, but this week we decided to go with the segment and explain yourself.
Explain yourself.
Explain yourself. So what we've done is we've gone
I'm
out.
a little nervous.
The segment "Explain Yourself" or you explain yourself.
So we went out. We found just a quote from an interview that you maybe done or been quoted by a publication or anything like that.
Which, by the
Not
way,
the
you
lead.
have a hell of a lot of stories written about you, my
Just
man.
good.
You are famo JMO. Goddamn.
He keeps saying my name backwards. It's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
funny.
Yeah, my
It's
bad.
kinda funny.
My bad.
I'm gonna have to put that. I'm gonna put that on the hat just for you.
Thank you.
I'm aware. When I wear it, I'm gonna think of you.
I'll just get my own.
Just touch your own clothing line, man. So this is a story that Badger Herald did in October of 2017. So it goes, I wake up every morning excited to do what I do, and I never had the feeling before. The past 3 years of my life have been the best because I have reason. I found my why. So we'd like you to kind of explain what you meant by that or and the meaning behind it.
All right, I'm just. It's gonna be a lengthy explanation. I don't know
It's
how
all
much
right.
time you got. My life been kind of fucked.
Mhm.
Both my parents dead. Matter of fact, I lost most of my family in 5 months. So I've been taking care of myself since I was like 15. But I still made it to college. I still graduated, even though I graduated with a degree that I really didn't want. I just kind of was going through motions, right? So I started a career that I really didn't want to be in. And then I found this. And I was like, damn, this feels different than my entire life has ever felt. Like I said, I used to be like real introverted. I was introverted because I had my thing. Like, also was like kind of skeptical of the world, all around, like everybody, people. And to find a love in something that was my exact opposite, the exact thing that I was terrified of, was mind blowing and life changing to me. So I found my why. Like I found something that made me feel. That's real deep, but hey, it is what it is. Like I didn't realize I was numb until I found this.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, like you said, that is deep, and it is very deep. So how much personal growth did you feel once you started this?
whole new person.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I tell you, I can't even. Let me tell you this. I called my auntie back in Detroit. She's like, "Who am I talking to?" Because I always was quiet. Like I always called and checked in, but now I'm talking to her, like telling her all this stuff, and she like, I don't know who you is.
Mm-hmm.
That's how life changing it was for me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Where do you so now that you've kind of entered into 2018, what are some like maybe some personal goals that you've set for yourself?
Bro, I'm gonna be 30 this year. That's crazy. This is my year 30. My personal goals though. Dang. Most of them spiritual, honestly. I feel like I'm on the right path for my business. Like I want to keep that growth, but my highest goals are spiritual. I want to be more in tune with myself and the people around me. I think that'll help me build a strong team. EQ is very important to me. I think, yeah, IQ is important, but I think emotional intelligence is more important than anything. I want to be connected to a higher source because I think that that connection to a higher source will allow me to just fearlessly keep growing and building into everything I'm doing. So, there's one big event that I really want to pull off this year. I can't talk about it because I don't want to jinx it, but that when it happens, because I believe in speaking shit.
Exactly.
When it happens, I'll make sure I comment underneath the video and let y'all know.
It happened.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, for real, just like happiness, bro. I just want to be happy.
Special.
That's it. I want to keep doing what I'm doing and be happy. Like, I want to enjoy myself. I want to go to hella concerts. Like, last year, I went to pretty much every single concert I wanted to go to. That's the first time I ever did something like that for myself. Like, I feel like I always take care of other people, but this year about me, bro.
Yeah.
It's about me and my,
Feels
it's about
good,
me and my
doesn't
team.
it?
Like,
Treat yourself a little bit, man.
Yes, exactly. Treat yourself. It's about me and my team. Like, it's about doing the best for what's gonna help us build the empire. That's it.
So let's finish off with one more question. If you could go back to Jamel in like high school, maybe early college, we'll say early college, what's one piece of advice you could tell him?
He was a whole different person.
Go to business school. Start making excuses. Because I'm a businessman. And I always knew that, but something held me back.
Mhm.
So I would do that. And I feel like this would have happened maybe like 5 years ago.
Mhm.
So, but hey, no shoulda, couldas. But we're here now. But that's what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
Fuck my girls, but you know. Don't put it out there.
Man, I think that's going to wrap it up for us. This was a great interview. We appreciate you talking to us. Let these people know where they can follow you.
Hey, you can follow me personally on Instagram at JAEMO Famo. That's JAEMO FAMO. More importantly, follow Intellectual Ratchet. That's INTCLTRATCHET. You know who it is. It's JAEMO. Yes, I'm Famo. Get at me.
That's going to do it for us this week. Again, I'm your boy Pete.
I'm Alec.
This is the Discovery Show. We're here in the Strange Oasis studio. Shout out to our engineer, Connor. Man, we would be
Connor
nowhere
the
without him. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Check us on...
You probably heard his vape ripping the entire show.
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on YouTube. That's where you're watching this. If you're listening to it, go to YouTube. If you want to just listen to the audio, then go to the podcast app. That's going to do it for us. We'll see you again next week. Yeah.
Hey.
I've been on my 007 shit. Niggas so cold, need some medicine. I done seen strange things. I've been on my own on 11 shit. I've been on my 007 shit. Niggas so cold, need some medicine. I done seen strange things. I've been on my own on 11 shit. I've been on my 007 shit.